Okay, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for waiting for an extra couple minutes. We just wanted to wait for some more students to get logged on and settled, but I think we'll begin now. So today, the purpose of this presentation is to look at how graduates of select accounting programs from an Ontario college can further their education at Seneca and earn the Honors Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting, and Finance degree. So before I go over the agenda, I would like to introduce myself. My name is June, and I'm the Academic Pathways Coordinator in the Academic Pathways Office at Seneca. So we're going to chat a little bit about why you should consider choosing a degree at Seneca Polytechnic. We will go over the BACF degree in a little bit more detail. We will then talk about the pathways into BACF, where we will touch on eligibility requirements, details about course exemptions. Next, we will talk a little bit about an exciting scholarship opportunity that is available for degree students who are pursuing a degree at Seneca College. And then finally, we'll talk a bit about how you can apply for the pathway into the BACF degree if you are eligible. So before we begin, just a little bit of information about the Academic Pathways team. We provide a number of services to students who are interested in continuing their education once they've graduated from their diploma at Seneca. So we do, we have application information, we make information available about options to pathways. And then we do a lot of information sessions around the college with different departments. I'm just highlighting how we can help students. And then we also do larger pathway events like this one that we're hosting this week, where students can get more information about the pathway opportunities that we offer our students. So our institution offers a lot of pathway opportunities, as I said, into our own programs at Seneca and also at institutions beyond Seneca. We are the #1 college in transfer pathways, and we're proud to have a multitude of partner institutions in the GTA, in Canada, as well as internationally. So we are one of Canada's largest college campuses here at Newnham. It's located at Finch and Highway 404 in Toronto, for those of you that might not be familiar with Newnham. This is where the Honors Bachelor of Commerce, Accounting, and Finance degree is offered, both full and part-time. On this slide here, we've got a link to our campus tours webpage. So like I said, if you're not familiar with the campus, you can either take a virtual tour of the campus, or if you prefer, you can book an in-person tour. Over the years, this campus has undergone a lot of changes and some major builds and enhancements. One of the biggest additions is the Center for Innovation, Technology, and Entrepreneurship, or as it's commonly called, SITE. It's got 274,000 square feet of space over 5 stories and brings together state-of-the-art technology with classroom space. So you may be asking, why should you consider a degree at Seneca Polytechnic? So #1, we offer specialized programs. Our degrees are career focused and aligned with current jobs in the labor market. Our professors and instructors are industry professionals who work in the field. So they're bringing current knowledge to the classroom. And a lot of times they might act as your industry connection when you graduate. So if you look at a university class, comparatively, a college class is going to be much smaller. So, you're not sitting in a huge lecture hall with like 300 other students, just a face in the crowd. You actually get some one-on-one time with your professors, with your coordinator, your student advisors. They might know your name. You're not just like I said, a face in the crowd, and you're not just a number. All of our degree programs have at least one mandatory work integrated learning term that is required prior to graduation. This one is no different. The importance of this is that you're going to have some work experience to add to your resume, which definitely makes you an attractive candidate when you're out looking for jobs after graduation. And you never know, that work integrated learning term might actually turn into a full-time job upon graduation. Our Seneca Honors Bachelor degree graduates are also eligible to apply to master's and graduate level studies, provided you meet all outlined admission requirements at the receiving institution. The Academic Pathways team hosts a Master's and Graduate Studies Expo every fall, where students have the chance to connect with institutions for more information about their graduate studies programs, the admission requirements, and how you might be eligible, as well as steps on applying. So just to briefly talk a little bit about the BACF degree, Seneca is a leader in accounting education. We were the first to offer a bachelor's degree in accounting and finance amongst the Ontario colleges. We're also the first and only college in Canada to be accredited by CPA Canada. So we offer students flexibility by offering BACF courses in full-time and part-time studies. The BACF degree, like I said, is approved by CPA Ontario as offering the courses to gain entry into the CPA Professional Education Program, also known as PEP. BACF is accredited as offering exemptions for the ACCA program as well. During the required work integrated learning term, students will gain valuable work experience at a variety of employers from small to large accounting firms like BDO and KPMG, financial institutions like BMO and RBC, and also within a variety of industries like retail, construction, manufacturing, and government. So you can see here on the screen that we've got the names of some of the the employers that our students have worked with when they've completed their will term. So some feedback from Seneca's student satisfaction survey indicates that there are 4 key areas of strong satisfaction with the BACF degree. Number 1 is developing the ability to work with others, which is extremely important. Number 2, developing critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Number 3, developing computer skills. And number 4, the quality of the faculty that are teaching the courses you are going to complete. Our employers value the strong technical and strong interpersonal skills of BACF graduates. Some other feedback from the employer survey indicates 3 key areas of strong satisfaction with the BACF students. They are able to work very effectively in teams. They have strong critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and the employers value the strong technical and interpersonal skills of our students. So just to highlight one of our success stories, this is Romaine Burgess, who is just one example of the many graduates who have gone on to complete the BACF degree and also become a CPA. Upon graduation from BACF, he was hired by Deloitte and worked his way from a staff accountant to a senior accountant within 4 years. He's currently working as an accounting manager responsible for revenue recognition at OpenText and is continuing his education by completing Athabasca University's MBA for accountants with a CPA designation program. So now let's talk a little bit more about the pathways. So there are 2 Ontario college diploma programs that pathway into an upper level of the BACF degree. So to be eligible, students must graduate from one of these diploma programs within the last 10 years with a final GPA of 70% or a 3.0. So on the chart here, we've got those 2 programs. So graduates of a 2-year business accounting diploma will enter the equivalent of the 4th semester of the degree in the summer and will graduate after 5 semesters plus a work integrated learning term. Graduates of a 3-year business admin accounting advanced diploma will enter semester 6 of the degree in the summer and will graduate after 3 academic semesters plus their work integrated learning term. So for our graduates of a 3-year advanced diploma in accounting, in addition to that GPA requirement, in order to move seamlessly into the 6th semester of the degree, graduates of that advanced diploma will also need to obtain a minimum grade of B in several accounting courses. So those courses for a Seneca student would be ACC 415, ACC 540, ACC 517, and ACC 533. Or if you're coming from an outside institution, another Ontario college, it would be the equivalent courses from your previous post-secondary institution. So if you don't meet the minimum B grade for one or more of those diploma level courses, you would have to take the equivalent degree course when you get into BACF. So if you graduate from BACF or from your advanced diploma with that 3.0, you'd still be eligible even if you got a grade of, let's say, a C in one of those four diploma courses. It just means you have to take one extra course when you get to the degree. So please also note that students will have to complete some of their remaining courses through the part-time studies department. So that means that those courses would be completed in the evenings during the week or potentially maybe on a weekend. So finally, I just wanted to highlight that there have been some significant changes to the BACF degree. So the summer intake will be the last for the current pathway, as I've just described. So these pathways are still going to exist. They're just undergoing review right now and update to align them with the new curriculum. So once these updates have been communicated to our team, we're definitely going to be promoting them in our inbound transfer guide, as well as on the BACF degree webpage. And also, if you're a Seneca student, you'll also see those on the accounting webpage and also the accounting and finance webpage. So once we have that information, we will make sure to promote it as soon as we can. So I did mention in the last slide our inbound transfer guide. So that's a really helpful resource where we will update the pathway details once we get that information. But the current pathway details for students that are looking to start this summer are there. So there's a QR code on the screen there for you to capture so that you can get directed right to the inbound transfer guide to see those pathway details. There are some really important documents that I also wanted to draw your attention to if you are going to start this summer. So they're called a block map and completion plan. So they are PDF documents that you can find within the pathway details. So a block map will show you the full curriculum for the degree. And then all of the courses that are highlighted in yellow are the ones that you would be receiving credit for, depending on whether you're coming from a two-year accounting program or a three-year accounting program. And then the completion plan takes the remaining courses in addition to your work integrated learning term and sort of puts it in an easy to follow format so that you know exactly which courses you need to take when. So that's really important because degree level courses are not available every semester. Like I said, some of them you might have to take through part-time studies. Some of them have prerequisites attached to them, so you have to do them in a certain order. So the completion plan takes all the guesswork out of all of that, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure this out yourself. It shows you step by step what you need to do. So those completion plans are going to be really important when you enter the degree program. Um, and then we've also got a QR code here too for our virtual pathways advisement booking system. So if you want to connect with myself or another member of our team to talk about the pathway, if you've got additional questions that you want to ask, or maybe you think about a question after this session today, you can make an appointment. So the way that you would do that is you just have to make an account. So you can use either your Seneca email address or a personal email address. You don't have to be a Seneca student to book an appointment. And once you've made that account, you'll be able to see our availability, and there will be like open time slots and you can choose one. Sometimes our sessions do fill up really, really quickly. So if you just have a quick question, you can also email us and you can also phone us. So if you email us, we'll probably get back to you that day. And I'll be sure to share that information at the end of this presentation. But Sheila's also put that information in the chat box for you now. So the Diploma to Degree Scholarship, this is an entrance award that's available to diploma graduates pursuing a degree at Seneca Polytechnic. The award is open to all students regardless of pathway eligibility. It is a one-time monetary award of $2,500 to graduates of a Canadian diploma program with an incoming GPA of 75% or a 3.3. So you can see that it is a higher GPA requirement when you compare it to the GPA requirement for the pathway. So just want you to keep that in mind. This award's also open to international students, but they must have completed a Canadian diploma program. So eligible students who would like to apply for this scholarship would apply through their student home account once they're enrolled in a Seneca degree full-time. If you've got questions about this scholarship or you need assistance with the application process on Student Home, you can reach out to the Service Hub and they will connect you with a financial aid advisor to help walk you through the process. Or if you want to see other financial awards and bursary options that are available at Seneca, take a look at the financial aid website. There are a lot of different options, a lot of them that don't even have anything to do with having a particular GPA. So if you don't meet the GPA for this one, I would definitely encourage you to check that out to see what other options might be available. Perhaps there's something else that you might be eligible for. So this program is also available fully part-time, so fully evening or weekend studies through the part-time studies department. This is a great option that working professionals might pursue. If you've got like a full-time job and you want to work during the day. The part-time program is open to eligible graduates of the 2-year accounting or business accounting diploma, or the 3-year accounting and finance or business administration accounting advanced diploma programs. And again, to qualify, you must have graduated from one of those Ontario College diplomas with a 3.0 GPA or higher within the last 10 years. So like the full-time program, completing the part-time BACF program means you will have completed the courses recognized as equivalent to the 14 prep courses required for admission to CPA's professional education program. You can visit the Part-Time Studies webpage to register for a virtual information session, just to understand how to apply, also how to enroll in courses, things like costs, OSAP, all of that sort of thing. So I would recommend that you definitely do that. So if you're interested in applying for the full-time accounting and finance degree and you're a current Seneca student or a graduate within the last year, you would complete and submit the diploma to Seneca degree pathways transfer form to the Service Hub. There's no fee to apply and you don't have to worry about submitting a copy of your Seneca transcript as our admissions team will have access to it. However, if you are away from the college for a year or more after you graduate with your Seneca diploma, then you would be required to reapply to the college and an application fee will apply at that time. Again, you don't need to worry about submitting a transcript if you're a Seneca graduate. So if you're a domestic student who's been away for more than 1 year, you would reapply on ontariocolleges.ca, otherwise known as OCAS, making sure to remember to select degree completion as your entry semester. So that will let our admissions team know that you're applying to be considered for the pathway into the BACF degree. If you're an international applicant who's been away for more than 1 year, you would reapply using Seneca's international online application, following up with your admissions advisor through the Service Hub to inform them of your pathway eligibility. And you should also include your application number as well. Applicants would be accepted into the program up until 4 days after classes start, provided there are still spots available. So there's no hard deadline that you have to worry about. However, it always makes more sense to apply earlier so that by the time course enrollment comes around, which is typically like a month before classes start, you will have been admitted, paid your fees, and you're good to go, ready to start course enrollment. So we would suggest if you're a current Seneca student, you can submit your transfer form to the Service Hub when you enter your final semester of your diploma or your advanced diploma. You would potentially get a conditional acceptance. So the conditions being that by the time classes start in the summer, you will have graduated from your diploma with that 3.0 GPA. If you're an external Ontario College graduate and you're interested in applying for the pathway to this degree, you would use ontariocolleges.ca or OCAS if you're a domestic student, again, selecting degree completion as your entry semester when you apply. And if you're an international applicant from another Ontario college, you would use the international online application, and which is found on the international admissions webpage, following up with admissions through the Service Hub about your pathway eligibility. Students coming from another Ontario college will definitely need to submit their official transcript when they apply from your home institution. If you're interested in the part-time BACF degree program, you would find out how to apply by reviewing the entry requirements outlined on the part-time BACF program webpage, which we've got a link for here on this slide. Interested applicants will need to provide their student ID number if they're a Seneca graduate or, in their final semester of their Seneca program, but there's no need to submit a Seneca transcript as well in this case. Non-Seneca diploma graduates will be required to submit their unofficial transcript, and if their application is approved, an official copy will be required at that time. It should be noted that there is an application deadline for students interested in pursuing the part-time BACF degree. So for students looking to start this May, that deadline would be April 1st. So that brings us to the end of the information we wanted to provide today. But if you've got questions, like I said, you can either make an appointment to chat with myself or a team member about any pathway details that you want us to clarify. Or if you have questions about the program specifically, we've got the information for the full-time student advisor for the degree, as well as the full-time coordinator, Jamie. And then if you're interested in the part-time program, you got program-specific questions, you can reach out to Roberta, who is the academic program manager for the part-time BACF degree. We also suggest that students follow us on social media at Seneca Pathways. You'll find out information about pathway events that we're hosting. If we have a partner institution on campus who set up a table to chat with students, that's also where we promote. So definitely follow us there if you want to stay on top of what we're doing in our department. So thank you very, very much for attending today. We really appreciate it. Now I would like to take questions. You can put them in the chat. If you want us to flip back to any slides, we can do that as well. That's not a problem. And also we will be providing this a session recording to all students. So it'll be posted on our event page, but we will be sending an email out to all students next week to let them know where they can find it if they want to watch it again, or if they've missed the session, they can watch it as well. So the chat is open, so you can drop them in the chat. We've also got the program coordinator, Jamie, here as well. He can answer any program specific questions that you might have. So I can see some people typing. I can see somebody saying that they weren't able to see the slides change. That's strange. Hopefully nobody else was having that problem. I think.
Andrew, what's your question?
Well, I think I have to unmute Andrew. Give me one quick sec here. Okay, Andrew, you should be able to unmute yourself now, I think.
Just to answer Brendan's question, the upcoming semester we teach in the summer. So it starts in May, and then the next one is in September.
So like I said, though, this pathway is undergoing review and update, so I'm not sure what the fall intake will look like at this point. So please keep an eye on the inbound transfer guide, or you can check the pathways tab, which you can find on the accounting and finance degree webpage or on your diploma webpage as well, because it connects to our guide. So as soon as we have those updated details, we will put them there. But the pathway as it stands currently, with the amount of credit, the amount of time to finish, all of that, the last intake for that will be this summer.
Yeah. So it is, if you're interested in getting into the degree, is suggested to start in May because those pathways are known and probably be a little slightly more favorable than the ones in the fall. One person did not have a B in the 4 courses. So yes, you will take those reach back courses in the degree as part of the degree studies. I think Andrew had a question about the transfer form. So the transfer form is submitted to the service hub at the service hub at senecapolytechnic.ca.
Oops, I think I went a bit too far there. There you go.
Uh, uh,
I'm in the second semester of ACC. Can I apply to BACF after my current course is complete or before current graduation? So you have to wait until you're in your final semester of ACC, Judy. That's when you would be able to apply through the Service Hub by submitting the form that you can see on the screen here.
and you
And
will get
that,
the, sorry, go ahead, Jen.
I
I
was
was going to
just
say
gonna
you will
say,
get the ACC and the degree. You
thanks,
get two
Jamie.
certifications.
Yeah.
Uh,
Which website are you looking at, Brandon? It should just have summer there.
Yeah. So Brandon, that the website may not take into account transfer students. If you're looking at the generic BACF website, with the BACF website, we only have a September and January intake, but transfer students can transfer any semester into the degree. Do you may want to just look at that link that Brandon
Yeah, I'm just
posted?
looking at it now.
Okay.
They both say summer. So I don't know if you need to clear your cache or anything, but both of them have only summer listed. If I don't have a B in one of the four courses, can I retake the course while I'm in BACF? So you would be taking the degree level version, Julia. So let me go back to that slide quickly. Actually, it doesn't really matter because I don't have the information on the screen. But let's say that you didn't get a B in ACC 4015. So then that would mean you would have to take IAF 310, I believe, in the degree.
That's correct.
So you would be retaking it anyways. No problem. I don't think we've missed any questions so far. Pretty sure we've gotten them all. Student who is in third semester of ACC, I want to continue in York. Can you tell me which semester? So today we're focused on Seneca's BACF degree, but you can definitely check that out in the guide. Maybe Sheila, if you can put up the link to the pathways for ACC students here. And then you should be able to see the information about York, because I do believe there is a pathway to York. And if you have questions, you can make an appointment with our team or you can email or call us.
You'll actually find that the pathway into BACF is more favorable than York. But look at all your different options.
Thanks, Sheila. Thanks, Jamie. I can see questions coming in.
People are typing.
Typing away, yes. Okay, here's a good CPA question. If I want to take the test for CPA, I'm assuming the exam, my current ACC is my current ACC program enough, or do I need to take the BACF degree?
So for CPA purposes, you need to have a degree. So you have to take BACF. Your ACC courses that we give you transfer credits for, once you complete the BACF degree, will be accredited by CPA Ontario. So yeah, you need to complete a degree to start into the CPA program.
Thank you.
And it, just for clarification, it has to be a 4-year degree, 120 credit hours. So my suggestion would go from ACC into the degree.
Maybe while we're waiting for questions, I'll just one thing I always like to highlight because students often wonder is if they don't have the GPA. So you might find yourself in your final semester and you don't think you're going to quite hit that 3.0, or perhaps you already graduated and you didn't hit that 3.0. Just be aware that you could potentially retake diploma courses. That 3.0 GPA is a hard minimum. They don't accept anything lower than that. So you can touch base with your student advisor through the service hub if maybe you're sitting in your final semester and you just want to talk about courses that you could potentially retake if you need to, how to get enrolled in those courses, what your next steps would be. So it is possible if you've already graduated and you've got a graduating GPA, but you do retake courses, the graduating GPA won't change, but there is another GPA. It's called a program GPA. So if you retake courses and you do better, then the system will bump up that 3.0 or that GPA to a 3.0 if that's what you get. And that's what our admissions team will look at. So it is possible whether you've graduated or you haven't graduated yet.
Just to clarify, when you retake a course, the higher grade is used in your GPA calculation.
Yeah.
And the lower one is dropped.
Yeah. Okay, so somebody who's trying to apply for the pathway at Seneca through OCAS, but they don't have options for degree completion. So I tried semester one, got an email from advisor, suspended. You know what? Maybe send us an email about that situation, and we can follow up with the admissions office for you. So let me put maybe Sheila, if you could put our email address in the chat box again. But yeah, we can follow up for you. That's not a
So,
problem.
Julia, with regards to your co-op, generally the co-op is done. You're coming from ACC? ACF. Okay. So the co-op is usually done in the winter term from June or January to April. So you'll take 6 semester, assuming you've got all the prerequisites. You'll take 6 semester in the summer, 7 semester in the fall, and then co-op during the winter and come back and complete semester 8 in the following summer.
So you would see that information too if you look at the completion plans that I talked about for summer. If you look in the guide, you'll see the block map, which shows you the credits you'd be eligible for as an ACF grad, and then the completion plan will kind of lay what you're doing each semester out for you. Okay, well, so if you got any other questions, definitely put them in the chat box, but these are really good questions. So thank you. Love
Feel
it when
free
people
to
are engaged.
Yeah, feel free to reach out to the pathway department or
Mhm.
even email me or the student advisor if you have any other questions.
Yeah, for sure. We're all more than willing to assist. There's our
My
information again.
my contact information, obviously the student advisor contact information are on the BACF website. Very specific questions. We're here to help you guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is this still recording, June?
It's still recording, yes.
Okay. Just need to chat with you afterwards.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, so the co-op is a 4 month work term. And generally it's usually from January to April, but we do offer co-op every semester. The term before you do your co-op, make sure you enroll in what's called WTP 200, which is a co-op prep course.
the recording for now.